today we're gonna have like a 5 talk, 10 minute per talk, and have like a room for the question and answer at the end of the session, 10 minutes. So my name is Manus Karunakul from Thammasat University, Bangkok, Thailand, and from Malaysia. So we're gonna start with the first talk. Will be presented by Dr. Kumai. Please.
Thank you, Chairman. It's a great honor for me to give a short talk on anatomy and histology of Achilles tendon insertion site. My name is Tsukasa Kumai from Waseda University, Japan. Evolution of human bipedalism has given us a great morphological change to Achilles tendon. Here you can see most animals here located higher than human beings, and their heels never touch strike on the ground while walking and running. And also, this is the histological section of the right Achilles tendon. Here you see that this is Achilles tendon and calcaneus. You see, this Achilles tendon is not the largest tendon in animal. You see, the bigger tendon is wrapped around the Achilles tendon. So, I think we can say the Achilles tendon is the human special. That is why we have a lot of pathology on it. As you know, Achilles tendinopathy is divided into two different pathology according to the anatomical location. One is here, the proximal part of the Achilles tendon substances are non-insertional Achilles tendinopathy. The other one is on the enthesis of the Achilles tendon to the calcaneal bone, insertional Achilles tendinopathy. In order to clarify the anatomical structure and the detailed histology of the Achilles tendon enthesis, I've done the basic research before. Samples of entire Achilles tendon enthesis together with the adjacent soft tissue were collected from the dissecting wound cadavers and proceeded then to the routine histology. The standard samples are serially sectioned in the sagittal frame like this, and stained with dye, Archambault, hematic elgin, and Tridine blue, and Masson trichrome. And we observed these samples sections under right microscope. This is a histological section of the Achilles tendon enthesis. How wonderful section you can see in this slide. This is actually I made 15 years ago. What happened? Okay. You can see the Archambault positive area here and here and here. So we can, this means the cartilaginous matrix area. So we have three distinct areas of cartilage matrix. Enthesis fiber cartilage, that is just attachment zone between Achilles tendon and calcaneus, and this is the periosteal fiber cartilage on the surface of the posterior calcaneus. and the sesamoid fiber cartilage. This is the deep layer of the Achilles tendon. And here you see the Kegels is coming down into the retrocalcaneal vessel, and they are covered with synovial lining cells. So how wonderful these structures. So when we think about the pathology of the enthesis of the Achilles tendon, we should consider all of these structures. So we name these structures enthesis organ. Enthesis organ is a kind of half joint and half bursal because and quite similar to synovial joint, because you see this free space bursal is surrounded by the cartilage matrix and fat pad and synovial lining. They're quite similar to the synovial joint. And previous paper says retrocalcaneal bursal contains high molecular hyaluron acid. That is quite similar to the synovial joint. And regarding the nerve element, we did immunohistochemical study using the rat and the human body. And you see the cartilaginous area is completely annular and vascular. However, the deep parotinum and Kegels part contain a lot of nerve element, both proprioceptive and nociceptive element, like free nerve endings. And in terms of Kegels part, they are acting like a variable space pillar by moving into retrocalcaneal vessel during ankle movement. You see the clear image of moving space pillar under the ultrasound image. And also they have a rich blood vessel and the nerve element, as I told you now, and synovial lining cell on the surface of the wedge part of the Kegels part. Think about the histopathology at the enthesis organ. We have a variety of pathology depending on the location of the anatomical location. At the enthesis fiber cartilage, longitudinal fissure and cartilage cluster and the calcification was observed. And at the interface between Achilles tendon and posterior calcaneus, we have a severe delamination of the cartilage clusters. And in the retrocalcaneal vessel, we have some free body. It is coming from the deep Achilles tendon and secondary dendritic synovitis. So we actually have a variety of pathologies among enthesis organ. So let's think about the treatment strategy for insertional Achilles tendinopathy. At the retrocalcaneal vessel, compression damage and the secondary inflammation of the synovial is main pathology. That include the chondral pathology and the synovitis. So, injection therapy of steroid or hyaluronic acid to reduce the inflammation should be effective. And some other surgeons recommend a calcaneoplasty in order to reduce the posterior prominence of the bone to reduce the compression damage. And at the classical enthesis, traction damage is main pathology, including fibro-osteochondral pathology. So in order to reduce the traction force, physical therapy, like eccentric exercise, should be effective. And in order to enhance the repairment of the damaged tissue, PRP and shockwave therapy might be very useful. So message to take home, Achilles tendon insertion has different pathology due to the regional variety of histology. And understanding the anatomical details of Achilles tendon enthesis organ is essential for treating insertional Achilles tendinopathy. Thank you very much.